very different building. Do you realise that we are in the only one of its kind in the whole of Europe? And it's here in Thurrock. That's good, yes? That is great. Great time to be here. It is a great time to celebrate Thurrock's finest. And tonight, there's not going to be a dry eye in the house, to be honest with you, because we are going to be meeting some real heroes. Now, these are the people who unassumingly give their time to their neighbours, to the community, to the towns. This year, there have been more nominations than ever before. So, to everybody here tonight who has been nominated, and those who've done the nominating, everyone is a winner, and everybody should be very, very, very proud. The finalists in this category are as follows. First we have Dotty Hippo Design, a small graphic design agency in Grays. The owner, Louise Ince, established a Thurrock business network group that meets monthly. She's passionate about business growth in the borough and gets involved at every opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, Dotty Hippo Design. Runs Madstone and has supported local community projects and forums and the Diversity Champions. Most recently, at his own expense, he designed and built the permanent Holocaust memorial at the Highview Memorial Gardens in Grays. Of businesses across the borough, they were heavily involved in the Opportunity Thurrock Careers event, supporting young people into employment, and made sure that the skills lorry was in good shape for the event. H.W. Wilson! And finally, our final finalists, if you can say that, the Port of Tilbury, working with local young people to train them in transport and logistics skills, has ensured most have gone on to permanent paid employment. They support Next Top Boss, performing arts, local sports clubs, scouts, community projects such as the Tilbury Riverside Project, and the cruise terminal hosts numerous community events and activities. Every Christmas, the employees at the port distribute presents to the Women's Refuge Centre. Ladies and gentlemen, the Port of Tilbury. Now,
and the winner is the Port of Tilbury.
Jan has been the director of the Thurrock Scout and Guide Gang Show since 1976, enabling hundreds of young people to showcase their talents, inspiring even the shyest to bring out the best in themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, Janet Fennell. Now, Joanne was nominated by the Thurrock Youth Cabinet. Joanne is the leader and coach at the St Clair's Star Makers Club. She's coach of the first ever team from Thurrock to get into the excellent Jack Petchey Glee Club final. She commits her time freely and is a huge inspiration to the group. Joanne Nyland. And our final finalist is Vera Plumridge. Now, for 70 years, Vera has supported and encouraged many Thurrock children of all abilities to love and appreciate music through the playing of the piano. The confidence and encouragement she gives has inspired many of her students to seek musical and showbiz careers. Ladies and gentlemen, who is the winner? Look at this drama!
It's very sticky. There we go. And the winner is Vera Plumridge.
The four finalists are as follows. First of all, we have Cedar Hall Clinic. Based in Stanford, they introduced an athlete sponsorship program, currently sponsoring 9 athletes from Thurrock. committed to promoting health and well-being and health awareness, giving their time freely and supporting local charities and projects. The Cedar Hall Clinic. Next we have Julie Barker. Preschool opened by her mum 45 years ago, and mum's here as well. Also runs the Tiptoe Stage School, her dancers represented the borough as part of the Olympic 2012 celebrations. Julie's commitment to the community is unbelievable. She's now raising funds as part of the World War I centenary year and organising an event to raise money for St Luke's Hospice. Julie Barker. And next we have Linda Saunders. Now Linda, thank you, is a volunteer at the South Ockenden Centre. Linda is highly regarded by everyone who uses the centre. Despite her own health problems, she always puts others first and always with a smile. Linda Saunders. And finally, our final finalist is Mike Tarbard. Mike, now, Mike's work at the Barter Reminiscence and Resource Centre in East Tilbury, I could tell you a few stories about that too, keeps the history of this unique location alive, whether it's tours and talks, engaging young people, or helping with a mobile app to promote the Barter story. Mike is at the centre of everything. Mike Tubbard. Or a club that's contributed to a lasting Olympic legacy in Thurrock by encouraging more participation in sport. So it's a really good category. Now, let's the finalists. First of all, we have Hazel Day. Now, described by her friends as Superwoman, Hazel has a full-time job, a family, and manages to run a successful swimming club. Single-handedly, she's turned around a club that was on the brink of collapsing with a steely determination and an absolute focus on the 300 plus swimmers who attended the club and the local community. Ladies and gentlemen, Hazel Day! Next finalist is Lynn Talbot. An athlete and coach at Thurrock Harriers, Lynn has developed a group of 90 11-year-olds from humble beginnings to train in athletics. Lynn's attitude and smile are infectious, and through her work we are seeing athletes of distinction emerging. Lynn Talbot. Next we have Mercedes Foy. Mercedes has been at the forefront of ladies rugby in Thurrock, encouraging young people to take up the sport and working with local schools. Great role model and ambassador for Thurrock rugby, Mercedes Foy. And finally, Tim Pittick. Where is Tim? Tim Pittick. Tim led the Gateway Cycling Club to a position of healthy membership and increased participation of young people. His character and leadership has increased cycling opportunities for everybody really, I suppose, everybody.
Hazel Day.
As follows. First of all, we have Claire Asplin. Claire Asplin, yes! Now, Claire keeps a disused bus turnaround imperfectly clean, removing all the rubbish and cutting back the weeds, planting bulbs donated by the local shop. People who use the bus stop always comment on how nice the area is when the bulbs are flowering and there's no rubbish there. And Claire makes it happen. Claire Asplin. Next we have Jackie Ashdown. Now Jackie teaches at St Clair. Yeah, go on, do it if you want to. Yes? Jackie Ashdown. Jackie teaches at St Clair School and has set up an environmental centre at the school with plants and animals and fruit and veg. This is like a nature reserve for bugs and mini beasts. She runs the school gardening club and has built the school's reputation as an eco-hub. Jackie Ashdown. Next we have Ken Levy. Ken works at Coalhouse Fort and has brought members of the community and volunteers together to sustain this historic site. Ken hosts open days throughout the summer and organises tours to ensure that this amazing asset in Thurrock is open to the public. Ken Levy! And next we have Stan Wall. He is 87 years old. He has raised over £100,000 for different charities. I'll say it again, £100,000 for different charities by taking part in the Thurrock Cycle Marathon. He's supported organisations such as St Luke's Hospice and Essex Ambulance Service. He is taking part again this year in support of Help for Heroes and the Shavas House Recovery Centre.
Stan beat me in the cycle marathon, 87. Fantastic.
I can't do it at 25.
And the winner in this fantastic category is 4 fantastic people. You have to have a winner, Claire Asplin.
Finalists are Daisy Manning, now Daisy has showed tremendous courage after her mother died last year after a long struggle with multiple sclerosis. She was her mum's carer for 8 years. Despite this, Daisy showed strength and courage to complete her GCSEs last year and is now studying A-levels to pursue her dream of becoming a maths teacher. Next we have Deirdre Lodge. Yes! Deirdre's lungs are infected with Aspergillus mold, a terminal condition and one that's relatively unknown. Until Deirdre decided enough was enough, she worked tirelessly to engage and work with the Council and World Health Organization to raise awareness of living with this condition and the devastating effect it can have on life. Ladies and gentlemen, Deirdre Lodge. These are remarkable people, aren't they? Next we have Kim James. Kim, who runs Health Watch Thurrock and prior to that Thurrock Links, had a stroke 2 years ago. Despite the stroke, her inner strength and passion for her work has helped her overcome her own personal challenges with dignity and is a constant inspiration to those around her. Selfless in her pursuit of health equality, she is a fantastic advocate for local people. Kim James, Jackson. Now, Christina runs the Thurrock Council for Voluntary Services and is a driving force for the voluntary sector in Thurrock. Christina was diagnosed with cancer last year, but has never let that get in the way of delivering some major projects and ensuring local people are involved in designing the services that they need. Known to some as our Christina, she is passionate, she's forthright, she's tenacious in her approach to achieving excellent services for all residents. And even her own personal battle with cancer has not dampened her spirit. Christina Jackson.
Okay, so very difficult decision. The judges actually couldn't choose, and I think all 4 are the winners. So if they could all come up to the stage.
There is. Angela Ruff.
dealing with a complex heart condition, Charlotte organises events to raise funds for the Brompton Foundation. When she discovered that there was only one defibrillator in the whole of Thurrock, she started campaigning successfully for defibrillators in Stanford, Treetop School and Horndon School. Nita Mitchell! Nita has a heart of gold. She is a foster carer, fostering 2 children with disabilities. But more than that, she always has time for others who need her help. This nomination recognises the hard work, love and support that she gives so many people. Nita Mitchell. Who's going to be next? Next we have Trevor Rawson. Trevor Rawson quit a high-paid career to concentrate on his passion for creating a healthier community, devoting his time and his energy to passing on his knowledge to others. So in 2013 alone, he had contact with nearly 2,000 people. Trevor Rawson! And finally, in the Healthy Living Award category, Wendy Grazier. And let me tell you something about Wendy. Wendy is an inspiration to our community, says the nomination. A fitness instructor who takes the time and effort to train all levels and ages of people to get them fit and healthy, being their friend and working hard with them to make sure that they hit their goals. Wendy Grazier!
For the Healthy Living Award, the winner is Charlotte Yotzel!
Faith matters. Is the Interfaith Forum Thurrock, who seek to promote friendship, trust and mutual understanding between people of different faiths and work to overcome ignorance, fear and misunderstanding between faiths. Not only that, but they constantly seek out ways to celebrate Thurrock and the many wonderful projects run by the faith community and make a real difference to people's lives. Faith matters! Our next finalist in the Mayor's Award category is Maggie Pollock. Now, some might say that Maggie Pollock is South Ockenden, actually, as her close involvement in innumerable local organisations and groups means she's never far away from the centre of all the action. She probably is the centre of all the action. Maggie's work with and support for the South Ockenden Community Forum and the South Ockenden Centre have been keeping her busy most recently. Maggie's leadership and organisational skills have made her an integral part of life in South Ockenden for a fair old time. Maggie Pollock. Engage. Engage play a massive role promoting active citizenship and volunteering opportunities and encouraging people to play a bigger part in the local community and get involved in local decision making. That's so important, isn't it? They can be seen working hard at community events across the borough. They're always happy, they're always smiling. Engage! The Royal Opera House Learning and Participation Programme offers a variety of ways for local people to get involved in projects in schools and college and the local community, discovering new skills through ballet, dance and music. The big screen community events every year bring opera to the masses, and the Thurrock Community Choir, the Royal Opera House Thurrock Community Chorus, is open to all ages and all abilities. And they're brilliant. Sue Rogers. Now, Sue is the heartbeat advocate of the scouting community in Thurrock. She's been a district cub leader for 13 years, as well as being involved in her own pack, planning all district events, including camps and trips. A busy mum, Sue finds time as the Deputy Commissioner to deliver a wonderful programme of activity and opportunities for young people that develop independence and confidence and will support them throughout their lives. Sue Rogers' shortlist was published online at the beginning of January when a public online vote started. Over 800 votes were cast, which is really good. The results are now in. And who is it? Who is it?
The winner is Engage.
And works incredibly hard to make sure young people have a voice in the borough. That's important, isn't it? Working with partners from health, community, safety and employment to give a youth perspective to these issues. Just don't go into politics. Faisal, congratulations on being our first finalist. Next, we have Joshua Oldwinkle-Povey. Joshua is the youngest member of Thurrock's Youth Cabinet and has already made a real difference. Joshua's great campaign, Greatness Over Bullies, for people suffering from bullying was courageous, it was inspirational to many young people because bullying still goes on, as we all know, and it's got to be stamped out, and Joshua's doing his bit to help. Ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Oldwinkle-Povey. Liam Eve. Liam Eve. Now, Liam came to Thurrock Duke of Edinburgh's Award Club as a quiet 14-year-old who lacked confidence. 4 years later, after completing his bronze, silver and gold awards, helping coaching rugby players and at Thurrock Trade School, Liam has moved on to become a young Duke of Edinburgh Award leader. Rhys McArdle! And again, there's a theme here. A quiet young man seems to describe Rhys McArdle, but his self-motivation is extraordinary. Seeing him raise more than £1,000 for local charities and work voluntarily for a variety of organisations, in addition to playing the piano to entertain senior citizens and church groups. Rhys McArdle!
And the winner is Faisal Ahmed.
First we have Demas Lee. Millions of pounds for a range of projects in and around Purfleet. He is an inspiration to young and old and has an infectious sense of humour. His passion for his community is outstanding, and everything he does is a huge credit to him. Donovan! Often it's the little things that make a major difference, isn't it? And that sums up George Donovan's contribution to St Luke's Hospice and St Mary's Church, Stanford, working tirelessly in his 89th year to produce goods from local wood and taking on the maintenance of St Margaret's Memorial Garden. A very special man, George Donovan. in our Civic Life Award category is Pat Noble. Noble's work with Sarah Starr and Cargill, as it was, made an incredible difference to many local voluntary groups, and she's continued the good work as a constant in the fundraising of the Thurrock Community Chest since the year 2000. Pat Noble, Winnie and Albert, England. Backbone of the local Burma Star Association for many, many years, ensuring that members have had someone to turn to and support them. They were also the inspiration behind the Rose Garden installed in Orsett. Ladies and gentlemen.
But a very deserving Winnie and Albert.
And all our good friends who's helped us along, which we could have done it without. All our good friends.
John, on a night like this, you must be really proud to be leader of Thurrock Council.
Yeah, I'm incredibly proud of a night like tonight. So often you hear so much negative stuff. You hear so many people running Thurrock down, running down what happens here. To see some of those really quite inspirational stories, to hear some of those quite inspirational stories, to see some of those inspirational people, you know, seemingly ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things day in, day out. You can't help but be proud of the place. You can't help but be proud of Thurrock and proud of the people who make Thurrock.
Because what this is about, joining the dots from naively to fobbing of the people who day in, day out just do their thing, isn't it?
Joining the dots is actually a really good way of putting it. You know, these are the people who go the extra mile, who make community stronger and make the place, make Thurrock a better place to live in. And we'd all be poorer, much, much poorer without them.
And tonight, if anybody wasn't here, it's a lovely spirit, a lovely relaxed bonhomie, isn't it?
Yeah, there was actually. I think part of it is the venue. You know, we are in the backstage centre. We are here at the National Skills Academy for Culture and Creative Arts, which has been decked out to look absolutely fantastic. The place is a place of real quality. It's a place that we can all be proud of in Thurrock, and I think that's really helped to get the atmosphere just right. I thought tonight was, you know, it's the 11th year we've run the Civic Awards. In my view, this was the best award ceremony we've had so far.
Vera, you must be very proud of getting the award.
I'm very surprised. Everybody that I've told, except my daughter, one of my daughters, and my husband, no comment. Everybody else that has known me many years has said, that time you got some recognition, but I said, well, I win. Don't expect me to win, because there's lots of others not winning, and I'm not going to win. And when they got my name out, I really thought Jan Thurrock would win.
For people who don't know you, tell us a little bit about those lovely evenings once a year that you put on.
Oh, this is my 35th year musical soiree at the Tinside Theatre. It's not all music, it's more like more variety show. I mean, with more variety than they have this year. I have singing, dancing, comedy, everything. And this is my 35th year. It's in aid of they've changed their name from Musicians Delivered. They've just changed their name to help musicians. And they do a good work. And last year we raised 1,300. Mardyke Valley Rotary gave us and this has been my 50th year. And it will be on the 10th of November, which just happens to be my 86th birthday.
Phil, we must be delighted to be involved in an evening like this.
It's been absolutely fantastic. Our involvement with the Civic Life Award itself was the culmination of a great night. It was fantastic to be the last award, and to see the standing ovation for the winners was fantastic. It really was.
We see you at things like business awards, and we see you at things like Opportunity Thurrock. A night like this, was the atmosphere different?
It was still electrifying, it was still congratulatory, but the best thing about this was it was for the average Joe person out the street who does so much for Thurrock. We as business people put a lot in. We was very grateful to be nominated for an award ourselves, but to see the people who volunteer their time to do something was brilliant, and I think the atmosphere fed off of that.
And does people sometimes ask you why you do so much in the community, or is it something that comes quite natural to your organisation?
They ask us, but it does become natural. When you're offering apprenticeships like we do, when you're doing the work with the schools that we do, it just all falls into place. It's a jigsaw that carries on, and it's self-perpetuating. Once you do one thing, you get asked to do another, and you can't say no to these people.